Jacquelyn's cancer diagnosis happened, I think she was 25 or 26 years old, so relatively young to have breast cancer. And she went through the full ordeal, right? The chemotherapy to shrink the tumor, because the tumor was rather large, then a full barrage of radiation, and then the radical surgery to cut out all the tissue and anything at the margin, and even some lymph nodes where, they wanted to make sure it didn't spread, right? Which in hindsight, obviously it did, but we didn't know that for a period of time. So then she had a few years of recovery, healing, and peace, and then in January of 2019, it came raging back. And now she had stage 4 cancer, so it was spread. It was a bad revelation, but it was a bad time because it had spread so much that she was manifesting and had other issues. She actually had to go into a cardiac care unit because she was having heart issues because of the cancer. Now that was eventually resolved, and then from January 2019 to when she ultimately passed in February of 2022, she had 3+ additional years to dote on her daughter and honestly to be who she was. And who she was a giving, caring, loving individual who was there for other people. And I didn't know to what degree that was true until her viewing and her funeral, when people reached out to us in person, written messages, letters, emails, Facebook posts, just a staggering number of individuals that talked about how Jacquelyn was there for them, how she listened to them, how she supported them. And what was amazing to me is the majority of this occurred while she was afflicted with stage 4 cancer. And there's this notion, this attitude of gratitude. As you're in service of others and grateful for the good things in your life, you can find happiness regardless of what's going on. And that's what Jacquelyn did. She didn't beat cancer in terms of being cured, but I think she beat cancer in terms of how she chose to live her life. It didn't change the trajectory she was on. She continued to serve and to love, and continued that until the end, until she ran out of time. And she did it because that's who she was, and she did it because that's the light and example she wanted to establish for